30, and the final wipe off for this Friday evening is 40. Now for the Mega Mall. Tonight's Mega Mall number is 4. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 18, 8, 12, 30, 40, and the gold Mega Mall is 4. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be worth $47 million. Good luck and play on, America.
Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
New at 11, a frightening fall. An NYPD officer on the chase for a suspect is sent tumbling from a building.
New video and information tonight in that raging fire that left a Westchester County family homeless. Good evening, I'm Joe Torres.
And I'm Liz Cho, and Bill and Sade are both off tonight. And we begin with an Eyewitness News exclusive. He nearly died when he was shot while trying to stop a robbery. Tonight, the family of a teenager from Brooklyn talking about the horrible moments and the first words after awakening.
Eyewitness News' Jeff Begaze is live at Lutheran Hospital tonight. Jeff.
And Joe, his mother calls him a miracle child. And when you hear more about the shooting and the injuries he sustained, you'll understand why she calls him that. For the first time tonight, a look at 17-year-old Fritz Pascal in the hospital as he recovers from the shooting that nearly killed him. A week ago, he was in critical condition. Now he's stable and rapidly improving. Still, for his mother, the past 9 days have felt more like an eternity.
It's been horrible watching your child laying down there, an active child, just laying there with all them tubes coming out of his face, his mouth, his stomach.
She tells me Fritz, a 17-year-old football player at Grady High School, is regaining his strength. He's able to walk. Earlier this month, he stepped in front of a bullet meant for one of his friends.
That's the kind of kid he is. You know, he put his life in danger for someone else.
That was Pascal's 16-year-old friend. Police say he was targeted by robbers near Grady High School in Brighton Beach. The suspects were after a designer bag. One of them fired a shot at the 16-year-old. Pascal intervened, trying to help his friend. He was shot in the chest. We now know how serious his injuries are. According to his family, the bullet tore into his stomach, striking the diaphragm, the kidney, spleen, and lung before finally exiting his back. As soon as he could talk, he told his sister he had no regrets.
He would do it again because his friend was going to he felt like his friend was going to die that day. If he was not there, his friend would have died.
Pascal has a long road ahead, something that is perhaps a source of encouragement, this poster full of messages of support.
We're taking it one step at a time, one day at a time.
As he recovers, this time it's the Good Samaritan who needs help. And his mother has been at his side here in the hospital nearly around the clock. His sister calls him a big guy with a big heart. We're live outside Lutheran Medical Center in Sunset Park. Jeff Begaze, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Jeff, thank you. Also new at 11 tonight, a New York City police officer is injured while chasing a suspect in Brooklyn. It happened tonight on Georgia Avenue in East New York. Police say the officer was climbing a fire escape when it gave way beneath him. He fell about 15 feet, suffering neck and back injuries. He's in the hospital tonight in stable condition at Kings County. The suspect was later arrested.
New information tonight in a raging fire that destroyed a Westchester County home and spread to 2 others. Newscopter 7 was overhead in Elmsford as the house where the flames broke out collapsed shortly before 5 this evening. The fire also jumped to 2 other homes on Woodside Avenue. A viewer sent us video of the flames. Firefighters are still trying to put out some hot spots. There were no injuries. The cause of that fire is under investigation.
A dramatic rescue off the shores of Jones Beach tonight. Fire forcing 6 boat passengers to abandon ship. Fire happened around 5:30 this evening. The 48-foot fishing boat was gutted by the flames about 300 feet from shore. The Coast Guard was called in to rescue the passengers. Luckily, though, no one was hurt.
To mourn a loss and to question police. The dual purpose of a vigil tonight in Brooklyn. Family and friends gathered in East Flatbush to remember Shantel Davis. An NYPD detective shot and killed the 23-year-old on Thursday. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Fleischer is in East Flatbush tonight. Tim.
And Joe, at this hour, as you can see behind me, people are still gathered here at the site. Earlier in the evening at that vigil for the woman who was shot and killed by police drew a much larger crowd. In the glow of candlelight, this East Flatbush neighborhood comes out to remember.
Please come and get a candle. If you're here, we have a vigil right now in memory of Shantel Davis.
I must have a Savior with me.
They come out, too, to raise questions after Shantel Davis was shot and killed by police.
We would like an independent investigation, unbiased, because these NYPD police cannot police themselves.
Police say Davis had been erratically driving a car stolen at gunpoint when she crashed at the corner of Church Avenue and East 38th Street. As officers tried to get her out of the car, officials claim the car jerked backward, knocking one officer to the ground. When the car then lurched forward, officials say a round from a detective's gun was fired, striking Davis in the chest.
And just shoot her down just like that, for no reason at all.
Aiming their frustration at police, a large crowd gathered at the site for an evening vigil.
For your gun being drawn on an unarmed female in a car, you have to pay for that.
We do, however, as you can imagine, have a lot of tense and heightened energy. We want to make sure, my job is here to try to make sure that gets channeled positively.
Family members of Shantel Davis, also at the vigil, did not speak, but were comforted for their loss.
I can tell you from speaking with the family, they're very angry, they're very hurt, they want answers.
And the family, I'm told, may speak tomorrow at yet another vigil here at this site. Reporting live in East Flatbush, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Tim, thank you. Police in New Jersey uncovering a stockpile of assault weapons in a home there. 37-year-old James Donovan is facing a string of weapons and drug charges. Donovan was allegedly selling assault weapons, ammunition, and explosives in his home in Raritan Township. Police said they also found anabolic steroids during the search of his home.
800,000 illegal immigrants tonight get a reprieve from the threat of deportation through a striking new policy from the Obama administration. President Obama announced the extraordinary change from the White House today. Illegal immigrants can now avoid deportation if they prove they were brought to the U.S. before they turn 16 and are younger than 30. They must also have been in the country for at least 5 years and have no criminal history.
This is not amnesty. This is not immunity. This is not a path to citizenship. It's not a permanent fix. This is a temporary stopgap measure.
While Hispanics hail the move, GOP presidential candidate Mitt Romney criticizes the president's decision. Some conservatives claim the move is unconstitutional.
Well, he is just in 5th grade, but wise beyond his years, and tonight upset that a speech he was going to give to his school was suddenly banned. Cameron Slade, who goes to PS 195 in Queens, had written and was planning to discuss the controversial topic of same-sex marriage. That is, until his principal said no. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles.
No matter what orientation you are, you should be treated the same way as a straight person.
Sometimes it takes a 5th grader to simplify the most complex subjects. 11-year-old Cameron Slade wrote a 2-page essay on same-sex marriage for a school competition.
It's about how kids should know about these social issues in the world.
But the principal of PS 195 in Rosedale, Queens disagrees. Slade did participate Friday morning, but he had to choose a different topic, and he lost.
I thought my original speech was really gonna win. I was very confident in the animal cruelty one. I wasn't really confident in that one.
Cameron will be allowed to give his speech on same-sex marriage on Monday, but only in front of 5th graders and only with their parents' permission. The DOE released this statement. The principal wanted to give parents an opportunity to have discussions at home before the school community has a larger conversation. This is the permission slip sent home with students Friday afternoon. Slade's mother, who doesn't want to be identified, understands.
She definitely had valid concerns, because even speaking with some friends and family members, some of them really don't want their kid exposed to it.
I feel it's too young to even be thinking about, same-sex marriage and, even marriage, period.
A dialogue perhaps too daunting for some parents, but maybe not all of Slade's classmates. Do they seem to know what you were talking about, or did they seem confused?
They seem to know what I was talking about.
In Rosedale, Queens, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Right, young man. Well, a disappointing opener to baseball's College World Series for Stony Brook fans, but the teams lost tonight. couldn't diminish fans' excitement at being part of the tournament for the very first time. On Stony Brook's campus, students gathered at the Activities Center to cheer on their classmates as they took on UCLA. Meanwhile, students and alumni gathered at a bar off campus to watch. The UCLA Bruins beat the Seawolves 9-1. But Stony Brook fans have faith their team will pull off a win on Sunday. We're going to have highlights from today's games coming up with Rob in just a few minutes in sports.
And as we continue on this Friday night, new Lindsay Lohan drama. What happened today in her hotel room that caused a bit of a panic. Also ahead.
Excuse me. I know you're in there because you shut the door when you saw me coming.
Can 7 on your side help a young New Jersey dad? He traded in his truck, but months later it still wasn't paid off. Nina Pineda gets to the bottom of it. And a lunch emergency. A Connecticut man dials 911 for help with a sandwich crisis. You'll hear the straightforward response from the dispatcher.
And I'm meteorologist Lee Goldberg. We're here to ensure that you have no weather crisis Father's Day for grilling. Right now, the satellite is nice and quiet. Mainly clear skies in New York City at 11 o'clock. A temperature 64 degrees. Your weekend 7-day AccuWeather forecast is coming up right here on Eyewitness News at 11.
Morning, afternoon, evening, and at night. Every day, more of you count on Eyewitness News. Thanks for putting your trust in us. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. #1 in New York.
Can you put a price on fuel efficiency? Extra space? Can you put a price on safety? Nissan did. And it's less than Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V. Now get a 209 lease on the fuel-efficient Nissan Rogue. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your Tri-State Nissan dealer. Hurry in. This offer won't last.
It's time for a ShopRite price break. Assorted General Mills cereals at the incredible price of $1.88 with your Price Plus card. Save all week long at one place, your place, ShopRite.
Toyota vehicles just get better and better. But don't take our word for it. 11 Toyota vehicles were named an IIHS Top Safety Pick. And believe me, that's no small feat. In fact, that's more top safety picks than any other brand.
Right now, get 0% APR for a full 60 months on a new Venza, or lease Venza for just $239 a month. And for a limited time, get $500 bonus cash when you lease or finance Venza. Now that's a lot for less. Toyota.
The new 2012 Dodge lineup is loaded with industry-exclusive Super Stow and Go seating and best-in-class cargo capacity. Loaded with available seating for up to 7 in a 2012 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Loaded with a 292 horsepower V6 and up to 31 mpg highway. And loaded with best-in-class towing and driving range. Hurry in now for the best deals of the year at the Dodge Tent Event. During the Dodge Tent Event, get 0% APR or get $3,000 total cash allowance on Grand Caravan when you trade in your vehicle.
Tonight, Kardashians.
The reality show.
Kardashians.
Little drama's fun.
Kardashians.
We want to just take over the world.
And Adam Carolla takes over Jimmy. Not on my watch. Jimmy Kimmel Live, tonight at midnight, 11 Central on ABC.
Well, Lindsay Lohan just can't seem to steer clear of controversy.
Paramedics were called to the troubled actress's hotel room today after she missed a film shoot and didn't respond to wake-up calls. The 25-year-old is said to be suffering exhaustion from her, quote, grueling film schedule in Los Angeles. Last week, Lohan landed in the hospital after crashing a car into the back of a dump truck.
Well, he traded in 2 cars for 2 new ones and thought the deal was done. But when the bills for the old cars kept coming and the dealership was slow to fix the problem, this father of 2 got Nina Pineda and 7 on his side.
I know you're in there because you shut the door when you saw me coming.
This was the reception we got at Hackensack Chevrolet. No one coming forward to explain why a customer's car, traded in for a new truck in March, still wasn't paid off.
I'm pretty upset. Like, you should probably be beeping a lot of this out right now. Like, I'm really upset.
That's because Bill Stewart is on the hook for more than $22,000, all for a car he no longer owns. The new dad, whose wife is expecting kid number 2, traded in 2 vehicles when he bought this Traverse for his wife and this Silverado for himself last March. but the titles were left in his name for weeks, saddling the construction foreman with 4 car payments in the same month.
I just happened to be able to, make those payments. There's people that can't do that, and what happens to them?
Bill says the balance on his wife's car was finally paid last month, but Valley National Bank, which holds the note on the truck, says Hackensack Chevy bounced his car's payoff check.
It's ridiculous. There's zero customer service there.
Hello?
Nobody would call me back.
They shut the door when they saw us coming.
Nobody knows where anybody is.
Can you help us answer some questions?
No one took responsibility at the dealership, proudly advertising it's under new ownership. But a day after our visit,
I'd gotten a call that the check was deposited and it had cleared. It was a bank check.
Bill's bank confirming the dealership finally paid the loan that over time had ballooned to nearly $24,000.
It was absolutely awesome. As soon as you guys got involved, things started to happen.
A dealership rep told us the company's check didn't clear because they stopped payment on it after realizing Bill's bank incorrectly charged them for insurance. But why did they only resolve it after 3 months and our calls? The rep blamed that on new management and what he said was a lot of confusion. Nina Pineda, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
The federal government is looking into ways to force airlines to reimburse passengers for delayed bags. The U.S. Government Accountability Office is exploring options for reimbursement. One option would be payment based on the length of the delay. Right now, the DOT requires airlines to reimburse checked bag fees for lost bags, but not delayed bags.
Well, did you see it just a few minutes ago? It was pretty awesome. Daredevil Nick Walenda successfully pulled off a tightrope walk into history tonight over Niagara Falls. Viewers, including us and a whole bunch of people here outside of our studio, holding their breaths as they watched him balance on a steel cable just 2 inches wide, some 200 feet above the churning water. It took him 25 minutes to complete the 1,800-foot journey from the U.S. into Canada. He is now the first wire walker to cross directly over the edge of the falls. When they showed the shot of him stepping over the lip, my stomach just dropped. It was gripping television.
Oof.
It was really
with cameras on his pole.
Yeah, look at that shot. Can you imagine if 20 stories down?
And that's what Sam was talking about, which was really compelling to me, is to listen to, it was only a 5 to 10 mile per hour wind observed near the Buffalo area in Niagara Falls, but he was talking about how the cavity of the falls made more swirling and variable winds, and that was what was hurting his balance. So that was really something else. So pretty exciting, and we have a nice quieter weather pattern today. Not too exciting as we enter the Father's Day weekend. A lot of folks out on Columbus Avenue watching Eyewitness News tonight. Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Really nice. It seems like it's warm enough on the west side. We wear shorts and T-shirts, or you can go with jeans or sweatshirt. Anything really goes. The wind is nice and light, and it's beautiful. All right, now another shot showing great visibility past the Empire State Building down to One World Trade, still in its Flag Day colors from yesterday. Our temperature's 64 at 11 o'clock. The wind is calm. The pressure's nice and high, so high pressure settling in for the weekend. The high today jumped up to 80 degrees, 1 degree above average. We'll be close to that tomorrow, maybe a degree or two cooler, and there are your sunrise and sunset times. We're approaching the solstice on the 20th. Headline, Saturday is really the better beach day because you have more sunshine from start to finish, and it looks like temperatures will be a few degrees warmer than Sunday. A few more clouds in the morning on Father's Day, but don't worry, it'll get nicer, partly sunny, but only low and middle 70s, near 90 by the time you get to next Wednesday as we get closer to the official start of summer. 65 Port Jervis, 62 Poughkeepsie, Hudson Valley, you're going to have 50s tomorrow morning, same thing northern New Jersey, 50s across Connecticut. So Dad, you have that tea time tomorrow morning in the northern suburbs, be a little on the cool side, and then as the morning goes on, it'll feel nice. Sun goes to work, we get in the 70s. 64 in the park right now and 61 in Belmar. Here's that morning planner. 62, these are city temperatures, 50s in the suburbs. Warm and dry at noontime, 73 will be in the upper 70s, 69 into the evening hours, a beautiful Saturday evening. A couple of high, thin clouds are spilling in from the north and west. Harmless clouds, the rain clouds stay off to our north and west. Also, we'll have to watch this low cloudiness over the ocean because even though we have high pressure right over us, some of the flow out of the northeast may bring some of these low clouds in this time tomorrow night into Father's Father's Day morning. Notice the heat out to the west. With that high locked in place, it'll shield the heat for a while. We'll get it next week, but not the weekend. Futurecast showing the mainly clear skies tonight into tomorrow, but watch tomorrow night into Father's Day morning. Some clouds. Good news, though, they should wither away by midday into the afternoon. Better half the weekend tomorrow just because there's more sunshine, couple degrees warmer, but Dad's Day isn't all that bad. 73 degrees, clouds giving way to sun. Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Clear skies at 7 a.m., comfortably cool 62, 78, a gorgeous day. Tomorrow night, increasing clouds. Again, maybe a gray start on Sunday, but then sunshine will come in by late morning into the midday. Same thing on Monday. Early clouds, then sun, higher humidity, and then higher temperatures will start to skyrocket midweek next week. Have a great Father's Day weekend. Enjoy. I know I will.
Yeah,
Yes,
happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very, very much.
Happy Father's Day to all of you folks out there, too. And still to come tonight, a popular supplement could help you live longer. We'll tell you why coming up. And a sandwich emergency. What drove a man to call 911 over a ham and turkey?
Liz, coming up next on Nightline right after Eyewitness News, Nick Wallenda attempts to cross Niagara Falls on a high wire. We've got the latest on his death-defying quest. Plus, two fathers on an incredible journey. This Father's Day, the transformative power of a parent's love. Nightline's just minutes away.
Newscopter 7 Eyewitness News covers the tri-state like no one else can with the most powerful newscopter ever. Newscopter 7. Faster, sharper, simply better. With more reporters on the ground, more news vans on the street, and the most powerful newscopter in the air. Nobody covers breaking news like Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Closed captioning sponsored by Optimum.
I used to see my grandson a few times a year.
Now sometimes we chat a few times a week.
My mom's all about video chatting. Every day.
At Optimum, the most important thing we connect is you.
My son showed my mother how to tweet. I don't tweet.
To the people you love, the information you need, the experiences that expand your world.
She calls it the tweeter.
She's got more followers than me.
TV, internet, phone, plus you. Optimum.
Made the best of a bad situation. Maybe gone and taken something not yours for the taking.
Life should be equal parts responsibility and fun. Introducing the new Acura ILX. Move up without settling down.
Madagascar 3 is the one film Time magazine calls a three-dream circus. Circus? Really? Like Toy Story 3, this Madagascar proves 3 is the charm.
What a woman.
DreamWorks Madagascar 3, rated PG.
Hey, Terry and Joe, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Dunkin' Ice Mocha. I'm drinking Dunkin' Ice Caramel. Large when we're playing these guys.
Any advantage you can get, huh?
For bragging rights this city? Definitely.
New York rivalries run on Dunkin' Iced coffee.
When it comes to sports sedans, the Audi A6 is faster. At depreciating. The 270 horsepower 2012 Cadillac CTS, the winner of an Edmunds.com Best Retained Value Award.
Now lease a 2012 CTS Sports Sedan for $319 a month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
Eyewitness News needs your help to protect our children. Have you seen Angelina? ABC 7 and Sleepy's, the mattress professionals, thank you for helping protect our children.
We all know how irritating it is when a food order is messed up.
Yes, that's true. But one man took his anger to the extreme by calling 911.
You're calling 911 because you don't like the way that they're making your sandwich?
Exactly.
So then don't buy it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Like they have enough to worry about, you know? The man called police from a deli in East Hartford. He expected to pay less for his sandwich after asking, apparently, for less meat in the sandwich.
Sorry, Charlie. In tonight's Health Alert, a new study suggests taking calcium supplements with vitamin D can extend the life of seniors. Researchers in Denmark found combining the two reduced mortality by 9%, but vitamin D alone had no benefit. Calcium with vitamin D has been shown to reduce the risk of bone fractures, but other recent studies have linked calcium supplements to a higher heart attack risk and cast doubt on their benefit to post-menopausal women. All right, Raw Power's up next when we come back with sports.
And right now, lease the 2012 Optima for $189 a month.
This Father's Day, color his world with a perfect gift from Nautica at Macy's. Like his favorite knit shirt from $39.99. Classic Nautica shorts from $34.99. A signature sports shirt for Dad from $44.99. And Nautica swim trunks just $39.99. Make this Father's Day his most memorable with perfect gifts from Nautica. Right now at Macy's. And introducing Nautica Aqua Rush, the new fragrance for men.
Hershey Park wants to know, what's your rush? Discover your rush at Hershey Park. Book our Rush the Park package today.
Hurry to the annual tent event at your Hyundai dealer. While the tent is up, you'll discover great savings inside. Take the Sonata, for instance. At 35 MPG Highway, the Sonata is just another reason why Hyundai is America's most fuel-efficient car company. And every Hyundai is backed by Hyundai Assurance, including America's best warranty. Drive home a Sonata for 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash, or lease one for $199 a month. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer today, because when the tent is gone, so are the great deals.
What's that? When I take a picture of this check, it goes straight to the bank. Oh. Oh, look, the line's out. No, Mommy, no! Don't worry, honey. It only works on checks.
Deposit checks from your smartphone with Chase Quick Deposit. Just snap a picture, hit send, and done. Take a step forward and chase what matters.
If you've been listening, then you've heard what the experts have been saying is going on around here. It's a new start, a new day. No surprise to us, because our goal was a new Chrysler. Introducing the 2012 Chrysler lineup. Test drive them now during the Chrysler 10 event. Now during the 10 event, get Chrysler 200 sedan with $3,000 cash allowance or 0% APR for 72 months.
You're watching Channel 7, #1 in New York.
The Yankees and Washington? Just sounds weird saying it.
Yeah. You know what? When they're this good, they can play anybody they want.
Okay.
It was another good one. The Yankees and the Nationals, both with 6-game winning streaks. You got to go back to 1968 to find a Yankee game featuring teams that hot. Derek Jeter had a couple hits tonight here in the 7th inning, up 2-1, bases loaded. And the Yanks are helped out by a bad throw. 2-run score. The Yankees are up 4-1. Curtis Granderson drove in 2 runs with a 7th inning double, and then in the 9th, this. Home run number 20. Granderson had 3 RBI. The Yanks have won 7 in a row, 7-2 the final tonight. They stay red hot. The Mets, fresh off that sweep in Tampa, but dealing with yet another